please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at a tweet that we've covered before, but there's a reason for it. Drdisrespect, on the 25th of June 2024, tweeted out, it was seen by millions by the way, "Hello, I'd like to make a quick statement." You know this tweet, don't you? I'm going to read it again because I had to go and get it archived. We'll get to that soon. Don't worry. This is jolly good fun, everyone. Let's cut the effing BS. As you know, there's no filter with me. This seems a bit ironic. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about. And I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. I'm getting the feeling that paragraph in its entirety can be regarded as ironic. So whereas I said it once for the first sentence, let's just say the whole bloody thing. First and foremost, I do want to apologise to everyone in my community as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Game Studio. This seems a bit hollow. Foreshadowing, folks. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society and I. They severed contact. And we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families, and I'd never want to jeopardize the culture we have carefully crafted. Does this culture include wearing mullet wigs and shades and headphones and body armor? If that's the culture, it sounds like a cosplay or a LARP. I know many of you have already seen this before, but don't worry, we're getting there. And I want to read this again because the internet is forever. As it should be. Anyone that seeks to delete things that they have crafted on this platform, or on any platform that they use. Don't worry, somebody will have undoubtedly either screenshotted it or archived it. Quote mined, cherry picked, the usual standard stuff. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that two former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. This is very important. The two that came forward, there's been much in the way of discussion about who they are, and what they do, blah 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 blah, of course. And is it Slasher? Yeah, that. The discussion is important. Of course it is. But with time passing, we've gotten less information to go on, and let's face it, nothing substantial to really give us, beyond this statement, any information. And that's quite frustrating. It was equally frustrating when this statement came out that he was replying to people quite aggressively, being quite obnoxious, which does fall in line with the character, the whole no filter effing BS man that he is, oozing machismo and all that. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. Now there's something interesting here about this paragraph. It's a very important part. You see, in this version, it says with an individual back in 2017, but in the original post, individual minor. That is very important. It's a very important distinction, and this was something he did on a number of tweets that he had put out. This one especially. He had amended, edited multiple times this tweet, removing the word minor, putting it out, taking it out, and putting it back in again. This is a crappy tactic to drive up engagement, but also to try and see what would get the best response? Yeah. I'm not entirely sure how you can get the best response, actually, from a tweet where you confess to messaging a minor inappropriately, or sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, as he himself puts it. I am going to continue reading the one that has the word minor in going forward, by the way. Without those chat logs, though, and it is important to acknowledge, no one can say with absolute certainty whether or anything he has said here is true. Continuing, now from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband and a father. It should have never happened. I get it, I'm not perfect, and I'll effing own my poop. That was stupid. I know that in 2017 he was going through a rough patch. I remember seeing the videos, we put them in other videos we've done on this subject in fact, but there is still never any justification for it. Moments of weakness define us. That's the point. Those weaknesses are a challenge and a test of our character. Even your outlandish two-time character. It doesn't matter what you try and say to justify your weakness, because your weakness exposed a part of who you really are. As a consequence, you are, in the court of public opinion's eye, a bit of a nonce. Yeah. Carrying on. Now, with all this said, don't get it effing mistaken, I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no predator or PDF. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me effing knows where I stand on those things with those types of people. F that. That's a different level of disgust that I effing hate even hearing about. Don't be labelling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the F out of here with that poop. As far as many people in the court of public opinion are concerned, once you've crossed that line, it's over. That's it really. There isn't any redemption because a child is involved, or a minor is involved. Apparently we have to make this distinction for those who are 16 or 17, depending on where you are in the world. I'm English. As far as I'm concerned, adults around my age range and Disrespect's range, we shouldn't be talking to anyone under like 18 at all. And we should never be talking inappropriately to anyone, ever. Seriously. It's not difficult. But I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. Now, it would have been nice for Twitch to confirm this. This is important. But Twitch, for some peculiar reason, refused to play ball on this. They don't communicate, they don't speak publicly on these kind of situations, and that's irritating because that level of confirmation would have really helped. He continues to basically apologise. And this is important. This tweet is the nail in the coffin, or it should be. It should be the nail in the coffin. The fact he edited it did him no favours, and both archive links will be linked down below if you're interested. Yes, I made sure they were archived. And it is fundamentally important you know there are two separate archive links to the original tweet and the edited tweet, because he has deleted this from his Twitter account. I know this because I went to his Twitter. The more recent tweet discussing this was June 22nd, where he had said, listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say that what I can say, since this is the effing internet, I didn't do anything wrong, all this has been probed and settled. Replies underneath, anyone who believed the claims from the quartering. And Keemstar, bro, why won't you say I was not talking to a minor trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon like what was alleged? So why delete the tweet? This is important. That tweet, as a statement that is supposed to be fundamentally honest, not full of BS, being removed from the internet after being edited multiple times, seems to run counter to the entire message of the tweet, where you are trying to be upfront with your fans, your champions club. The most recent tweet from his account is bragging about his vacation and being back soon. Community notes, one saying not needed, the other wasn't on vacation, he was laying low after being accused and confirming himself that he messaged a minor with sexual intent, linking to a Forbes article. The reason we're doing this video though is because another article has come out. Drdisrespect hints at streaming return and aims to set the record straight. Now, if you scroll down the article past the historical catching up thing, on August the 14th, he hinted he was returning to streaming. It is at time of recording the 20th, and I do not believe he has streamed yet. In fact, a quick look at his YouTube channel confirms this to be the case. On the 14th, he had tweeted, vacation is just too good right now. We'll be back soon though, champs. We have lots to talk about. Whatever. I don't know what that means. Now, based on this post alone, according to the article, it seems the influencer wants to further explain his action. This post has had mixed reactions, with many blasting his wrongdoing while others couldn't wait for his return. Now, if we go back to the tweet, we can read some of the replies. Yeah, we know which island you're taking a vacation on. Cough, Epstein. Cough. They're calling you a kid like on X-Doc. That's what they're saying on the Everything app. We didn't forget. Vacation is important, enjoy it while you're there. I hear there are some cool places like Little St. James Island if you want a change of scenery from it. And please don't come back. Now, I'm a bit confused by his desire to come back so soon, or desire to come back at all. You saw the tweet. He has been very vocal in his admonishment in the past of social media as a whole and a desire to retire. So why bother even coming back? Additionally, you have been changing your header on Twitter to imply bait. The thing here is, if this is a tactic, what tactic makes sense? When you're accused of diddling or messaging children, you then come out and say, yes, there's truth to this. That's all you say. You edit it to remove the keyword minor. You edit it multiple times, in fact. You vanish for 2 months. You lay some bait, a couple weeks, once every so often, just to try and see what the response would be. Every single time you get trending. Every single time people discuss whether they even think you should come back. Unless you intend to provide those message logs, I can't imagine you are going to be able to make much of this beyond having a rather sick and twisted audience try and justify your own little community of white knights. Sorry, Champions Club. Others had replied to your tweet with screenshots of your tweet just to make it quite clear that this really is forever. And in this instance, something very different to the previous tweets, you haven't been replying to these ones. And that intrigues me. It intrigues me because you could reply to them and be a dick again. It's in your nature. But I have a sneaky feeling someone this time told you, please stop doing this. It isn't good for your interests as a creator. Now, of course, I will wait and see what you do if you do come back, because I am intrigued to see what you have that could in some way help you going forward. Admitting guilt and then deleting the admitting guilt is a really peculiar thing to do, especially for somebody who has themselves been chronically online for several years and would surely know better than to try and pull that stunt. But, as is often the case with the internet, even the best don't understand how to internet. They just know how to take advantage of it. And until proven otherwise, Doc is no exception.